us, and it's Genesis 41, 1 through 16.
At the end of 2 full years, Pharaoh dreamed that he was standing by the Nile River, and there, coming up from the river, were 7 fine-looking fat cows, and they were feeding on the Nile grass. There were 7 other cows that looked ugly and thin, coming up after them from the Nile, and they stood alongside the fat cows by the bank of the Nile. Then the ugly thin cows began to eat up the 7 fine-looking fat cows. At this, Pharaoh woke up. Then he went back to sleep and had a second dream. There were 7 ears of grain coming up on one stalk, full and choice. And growing up after them were 7 ears of grain that were thin and scorched by the east wind. And the thin ears of grain began to swallow up the 7 full and choice ears of grain. At this, Pharaoh woke up and realized that it was a dream. But in the morning, his spirit became agitated. So he sent for all the magic practicing priests of Egypt and all her wise men. Pharaoh related his dreams to them, but there was no one who could interpret them for Pharaoh. At that, the chief cupbearer spoke with Pharaoh, saying, "I am confessing my sins today." Pharaoh was indignant at his servants, so he committed me to jail of the house of the chief of the guard, both me and the chief baker. After that, we each had a dream on the same night. He and I each had a dream with its own interpretation. And there with us was a young Hebrew man, a servant of the chief of the guard. And we related them to him. He interpreted for us the meaning of each dream. It happened exactly as he had interpreted it to us. I restored to my office, but the other man was hanged. So Pharaoh sent for Joseph, and they brought him quickly from the prison. He shaved and changed his clothes and went into Pharaoh. Then Pharaoh said to Joseph, "I had a dream, but there is no one to interpret it. Now I have heard it said about you that you can hear a dream and interpret it." At this, Joseph answered Pharaoh, "I need not to be considered. God will speak concerning Pharaoh's welfare."
Thank you, Carter. That was not Carter's first talk, but it was his first talk with us in this congregation, so we really enjoyed that. That was excellent reading. Very impressive. And your reading was pretty much flawless. Your pronunciation was excellent, and your enthusiasm was really good. Pretty much everything good that you could do in a Bible reading, you did. And we like that. And remember the days a long time ago, the kids don't remember this, but we used to do, for Bible reading, we would have an introduction, remember, and then we would do the Bible reading, and then we would do a conclusion. Why do you think that we did away with that we changed that, we just go straight to the reading? Well, it's because we can actually teach by the way that we read if we do it skillfully. And so Carter was able to do that in the way that he read, especially at the end. He had really good emphasis when Joseph was talking, and that things like that just make Bible reading really good. And so we thank you very much and look forward to your next one.